Be the winner.
Frame 9,
This Stafford
Mark
Bet
Allen to bring.
Masters 2018. Hard to pick a winner, Dennis. Very evenly matched after this afternoon session.
I think it was very difficult to pick a winner before it started, and a few misses, but the standard overall, Kyren Wilson's had breaks of 65, 52, 86, 89, and a 52 in the last frame, but he lost that last frame. We had that one long frame, but the balls went very awkward. It's the longest frame of this year's Masters. It lasted just under 47 minutes.
Yeah, but it was exciting, wasn't it? It was. Right to the black ball. Be interesting to see how Kyren Wilson handles tonight, particularly after losing that last frame. He was all set for a 5-3 lead going into this evening's session. And also to see how much of a boost it will give Mark Allen. It's very nicely poised, this final.
Yeah, for two very attacking players, there was some brilliant safety played in this afternoon session, especially in that long fourth frame. And there's another good safety.
Yeah, much more of an attacking safety shot, but there is a pathway back down this right hand side of the table. Good return. Excellent.
Yeah, played with a lot of sportsmanship this final. Both players acknowledging the other player with a tap on the table when they play a good safety shot. We could do without the odd one just shouting out like that. I mean, the crowd are fabulous here. Lots of atmosphere and noise, but on the shot they're perfectly quiet. The reds have opened up nicely, as you can see. Okay, the black and pink are awkward, but he hasn't got an easy return safety shot here. And that red to the left, the one he was looking at there, if he took the pot on, it looks as if he would cannon into other reds, so that's very risky. That was just a way of potting yourself out of trouble. There was no way he could get on a colour, but he couldn't see a safety shot. But now he can play a better safety.
Yes, and he may try and put that cue ball certainly over the right-hand side of the table, electing to play the brown, but he really wants to get the cue ball somewhere behind the green, try and block down the left-hand side of the table. That's pretty good.
Wilson won.
Very good.
He was just looking to see there if he left the cue ball on the cushion to the right of the black, what he would leave. The red that's to the right there. He could play off that and leave the white up on this cushion to the right of the red there, this to the right of the black, but just two cushions nestled on the red here. He's played this well. He's played it very well. Well, he's looking at a pot here. Can he get through to hit the one to cut it into the right corner? That's the one he's looking at. Maybe he can see enough of it. Well, he could cut that in because it wasn't quite as thin as I thought. So the first real chance falls to Mark Allen here.
Just about went in, didn't go in cleanly into the pocket, and subsequently did not top side of the blue, just wobbled. Could screw the cue ball back. He's looking at maybe just dropping the blue in and leaving the cue ball just in line with the blue spot, maybe about 12 inches just past it. So he can leave himself a nice angle when potting this red. He can come up with the gap between the reds and the pink and back up for the blue.
6. Thank you.
Didn't quite
7.
hit it hard enough, and it's left it rather awkward. You can still take the blue on, but it's a funny little angle being so close to it. See, that might look straightforward, but it's a funny angle. He's looking at the
Yellow ball.
the yellow now. This is quite an attacking shot here to get round to the reds. Very well played. As the kiss on the green spoiled it, and the blue might hamper him, so he's very unlucky there indeed. He took the risk on the yellow
9.
and didn't get a favourable kiss on the green there. But look at the yellow, green and brown. Oh, I've never seen that before. Amazing.
Yeah, if he chooses to try and play a safety shot, it's quite a big target, but it's not a big target if you play down the left hand side of the table. He's really got to clip one of these reds, yeah, just down the right hand side. Big target up behind yellow, green and brown.
Thank you.
That's a nice
Mark Allen
little
9.
notch off the yellow. Just straightened up the cue ball and left it tight to that ball cushion. Oh, he tried to pot himself out of trouble the last time. I don't think he can do it here. Maybe just have an edge of the red just to the right of the pink. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. From there, he'll certainly be happy with that.
It's just developing into a bit of an awkward frame, but the players can't do much about that. It's just the way the balls have finished up. It's a shame. Let's put the yellow out of commission now. It's a great effort. Look where he's got the cue ball. That's the cue power that Kyren Wilson has.
Yeah, tremendous amount of top spin. Doesn't want that red coming up over the right centre. He needs the brown to come to his rescue. I don't think it has. You can cut this red in to the right centre pocket and avoid the red on the top cushion to get back up for blue. Or possibly pink. I don't think you can hold it for the pink, but definitely back up for the blue. Needs to avoid the red on the top cushion. Wow, he's overcut it.
He really does pot some fantastic balls, Mark Allen. And that's one of the reasons he's made 358 century breaks in his career. He's made 41 this season. And against John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan, when he was in amongst the balls, he never looked like missing. But this is very awkward with the balls situated like this.
Seven.
Yeah, just wanted more of a full ball cannon on that red to hold for the pink. He's still on the pink, but a little bit trickier than he would have liked. It's there. Good shot. And he's nicely on the red.
13.
And all of a sudden, it's now a good chance. Now, how many can he make from this position? There's plenty
20.
there for the taking.
Yeah, this is where he's
21.
really at his best. Playing these soft little screws and stones in around the pink and black area. Got great control of the cue ball. And as you said, Dennis, is one of the reasons why he's made so many century breaks in his
27.
career. The two reds to the left of the black spot will also pot into the bottom right hand corner pocket, so he doesn't have to do too much work here. Choice of reds. Now he can almost try and play on three reds here, all in around the black spot into this bottom right hand corner pocket.
It looks as if, yeah, he's finished dead straight on this. So just managed to force a little bit of an
34.
angle there. They play a similar type game, these two players, but totally different cue actions. Mark's very effective with, doesn't pull the cue back that far. And his action is really suited to these very fast tables.
40.
Not a lot can go wrong with it. But there's something just gone slightly wrong with that positional shot. 48 in front. It was always going to be very difficult to score enough to win the frame.
Yeah, he's just worried about the two reds left of the black. If he tries to play off those and try and get the cue ball up towards the brown and the green, he's worried about knocking one of those reds over this bottom left-hand corner pocket. And that's why he's taking his time, over a minute now on this shot. Of course, he's nursing a 48-point lead as well, so doesn't want to bring any unnecessary reds into play. Wants to keep it tight. This is not bad.
Mark Allen 40.
We'll settle for that.
That's another very good safety from Kyren. Although, having said that, Mark might be able to take this one on if he can avoid canning into a red that's just to the right there of the black. Yeah, you have to stun it to avoid canning into that red. Now, has he left this? No, it's not a gimme by any means. And with the table situated as it is here, Kyren's got an awful lot to do to try and get back into this opening frame this evening.
Good pot. Quite cleverly played. He's actually trying to knock the yellow off the ball cushion towards the yellow pocket and try and bring that into play. Just didn't get the full ball cannon on the yellow, but still got this green or brown into the right centre. But a big shot this is. If it goes in, he has a chance. If he misses it, could lose the frame.
Still got one red to go out, but this was a terrific pot at that pace into the middle pocket. He was trying to develop pink and red. He certainly developed the pink, knocked the red safe, but he has a chance here if he can knock this in the middle pocket. got a chance now to develop a few more balls here. He's got the perfect angle. He can certainly bring at least one red into play, if not two. Oh, that's unlucky again.
10.
You would have thought once he found the gap there, he's bound to knock one into a potable position. Might just play this and free the black here, but he's got to be careful he doesn't knock a red over the pocket. He'll be taking the white up towards the yellow again.
Kyren Wilson, 10.
Well, that was so close to being such a great shot. Nice tap on the table from Mark. Had to hit the cue ball that hard to make sure that the red didn't stay over the right corner pocket, so had to hit it with a bit more pace so the red would come back towards the top cushion. Good pot on the red. He's got a choice. He can drop in behind the green, or he can take this pink on. He's such a good long putter. Under normal circumstances, he'd take this pink on. It's amazing the different psychology. If he was 39 behind tennis, he'd take this pink on, no problem. He wouldn't look at it. The fact that he's 39 points ahead, he's in a strong position, particularly with the yellow being safe, black not on the spot. Just plan to play good match play snooker here. Now he's put the brown safe. That makes his case stronger.
It looks to be absolutely dead straight, this. $39 the difference, this red. And anything would do blue or pink would be okay. Oh, that was close. Tricky little one along the cushion here, though. There's still a glimmer of hope for Kyren here, but Mark putting the brown safe could come into play. Another tricky one along the cushion.
Seven. Eight.
I'm sure he was trying to play on the pink, but he still always had the black there. Still not ideal.
15.
24 points behind, so he's going to need red in all the colours to win this frame. Yeah, imperative. He leaves a nice angle. He has the angle to try and move the yellow, but he's looking at trying to leave it in such a spot that he'll leave a nice angle just to get behind the yellow and drop the yellow in. Must bounce off this ball cushion with the cue ball.
Well, this is
21.
tougher than the ones he played along the cushion behind the black. And Mark waiting the outcome of this shot. Oh, that wobbled 4 or 5 times there. And even then, at that pace, he hasn't got out onto the green. No value in taking the pot on with the
Kyren
brown
Wilson, 23.
as it is, but this is a pretty good shot he's played. There's just enough room to slip round the back of that green. Which is what's happened.
Foul.
And that
and a
6
miss.
doesn't want the white in.
Kyren Wilson, 6. Back. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a quick look. It's not a free ball, so we will have it replaced. It's just far enough off the cushion, that green, just to around the back of it. Ken's just put the line up, a couple of cushions to hit it from behind. Oh, he settled for that. You're never sure where they're going to go, but that's a good result.
Thank you very much.
Excellent shot. Mark can just see the edge of this green, so similar type shot. Got to be careful he doesn't knock it towards the left corner pocket. Played it well. That's as good as he could hope for.
But of course that brown that Mark Allen knocked safe when he was 48 in front, knocked it there as a little bit of insurance. Now with the penalty points, he's going to need that brown.
I'm just wondering, Dennis, can he knock this green around the angles and maybe take the brown out here? May go close to it. May go close. Well, what a shot he's played there. What a shot. That's one of the shots of this week.
Yeah, worth another look, without a doubt, and well called, Ken. Absolutely brilliant.
Great shot. Very well worked out. You can tell his mind is very, very clear, very focused. This is a tough opening frame for both players, but it's such a big frame.
Yeah, it's so awkward again because the green's away from the cushion. You know, I'm not surprised he's giving this plenty of thought. Shot time coming up to a minute and a half, but it's such a crucial shot. That's what he's looking at there. His head, we'll see the result. You never ever know where they're going to finish. It was such a tough snooker to hit, but what a good result he had there.
Well, he's already played a great snooker there. He could play a very brave shot, play a slow roll here off the cushion, hit the green past the pink and lay in a little snooker. Just didn't hit it hard enough. And I think he's, well, can Mark knock the green around the table and leave the cue ball behind the pink? I'm not quite sure, but he's got enough of the green there.
Yeah, the reason Kyren played that shot, he knew the green wouldn't go past the black if he didn't get the snooker, which he didn't. But back in the driving seat now, Mark Allen, has to be said, with that very good safety.
Yeah, Mark Allen tapped the table saying good shot, but got a great chance to get the cue ball behind the brown here. Green back down towards the black. Just overhit it slightly. I must say I do enjoy these frames, Dennis, for all the century breaks that we've had throughout the week. Top class snooker. I do love a fight on the colours, you know, it's so interesting. Cat and mouse.
Yeah, a good few years ago they did a survey and asked the people at home which they preferred, and the percentages were for the tactical, exciting frames rather than just seeing 100 breaks flying in. advantage again to Mark Allen. He was trying to get in behind the black there, was Kyren. He's got a couple of ways to go. He can play in behind the black or he can play in behind the brown. So the black it is, but he's just overhit that one.
Very close. Well, he's not got the snooker this time, and the green does pass the brown into the top left-hand corner pocket. Tough shot to take on.
He could double the green back up past the blue if he wants, but he's quite an attacking player, is Kyren. And that's what he's done. Could have done with just hitting it a little bit harder, but as I mentioned, the fourth frame was a very tactical frame and the balls went awkward. It lasted just under 47 minutes, was the longest frame of the Masters this year. Second longest frame was 41 minutes. That was John Higgins and Anthony McGill. This is the third longest, but it could finish up the longest. Such a good long potter. No way he could get on the brown there. Oh, he's hit that too thin. He needs the pink to come to his rescue, and I don't think it is.
3.
Has it just pulled up in time? Oh, it must be close. And the thing with, if he can see enough to pot this, he's got to be careful the white doesn't go in the right middle pocket. You need to keep an eye on that one as well. It's heading towards the middle pocket, but it's going to pull up in time.
4.
Just about. From a psychological point of view, it's always nice if you can win one of the long frames. And in goes the pink, the second longest frame of this year's Masters, and Mark Allen, as he leaves the